Hello and welcome to game number 1 for GosuCup Americas. We have ourselves a game between Top5 on the Radiant side and Gamers University Peru on the Dire side. And this is going to be a best out of 3 for the semi-finals for GosuCup Americas. And if you want to know more about the brackets and all of those kind of thingies, you can go to gosugamers.net/Dota2 and then you can click on the link and you can find all your information that you want to see right there. As well as, of course, the other semi-finals that is going on right at this moment as well. But we are gonna be seeing this game, and this game is in all pick mode. I know. There was a remake just to let me in to have this game casted because I was a bit late, or well, a bit late to knowing that I was gonna cast this. Let me just put it that way. So we are gonna be surprised by all these heroes. We see actually that Nyx Assassin and the Wisp made it through. That's quite interesting to see them all on the same team. Makes me wonder what was actually banned out. But Nyx Assassin is gonna be played by Smash. We're gonna have Bora playing the Wisp. Is gonna be Iwo playing the Tiny, Masoku will be playing the Chen, and it will be Beastmaster on the being played by Mihawk. That kind of means that they are forced to use that Tiny as a hard carry. This Wisp Tiny combination is gonna be their main way of controlling the game, and they've got quite a good ganking setup, to be fair. I mean, they've got a lot of disable going out there. If there's a team fight, I mean, they don't really have that much team fight potential, at least not compared to Top5, as we already see a Brewmaster there. But the amount of disables that can come through, the amount of ganking potential is pretty damn scary. So they're gonna need a strong mid game, and if they don't, if they can't get those kills, because they need those kills, if they can't get those kills, they are kind of screwed. But let's see what they're gonna be up against. Oh, so the high ground misses the Thesaurus first there. It's gonna be Top5 on the Radiant side. Red Shanks will be playing the Rubik. It will be Fly playing the Juggernaut. We have got the Jakiro played by Smiley Face, and we got Dust on the Brewmaster, and last but not least, it's a Lone Druid played by a name that I cannot pronounce, but I love him because he's got a Panda Bear, and there can be nothing wrong with a Panda Bear. But they're gonna have a solo short lane Panda Bear up against Mihawk's Beastmaster, who managed to pick up an invisibility rune, so they're gonna be both fine. Should be both getting experience, and maybe Mihawk will not be getting that much last hits because of that bear being able to harass, but at least he should be able to get experience, which is pretty decent. Looks like we're gonna have a Nyx Assassin mid. I love Nyx Assassin mid because that means that he is gonna be extra aggressive, and more aggressive earlier on, because you know when he gets level 6, he wants to go for those kills. Harassment being thrown back and forth already, as Dust is on the Brewmaster in this mid lane as well. Should be both fine, apart from the harassment that come out from both. I mean, yeah, with that Spike Carapace, he's at least gonna make sure that there's not gonna be a clap coming off from Dust, but he has to be careful. I mean, this is trouble. One more hit is needed, and Dust has to be careful as well. The tower can hit hard. And in the meantime, on the top lane is actually the lane where we should watch most of all, which is quite surprising because I was actually expecting the first blood to be middle for a second there. But this is the lane where, officially speaking, the first blood should be hitting, at least based on lanes, based on composition, because there's an aggressive trailing coming up from Top5, and we're gonna see Jakiro combination with a Rubik and a Juggernaut on this top lane, where the Juggernaut is going to try to take all the farm, going to try to stop Tiny from farming. But so far, I mean, this is dangerous, because if this lane is not working out for Top5, it means that they actually give up more experience towards the Wisp and the Tiny. I mean, Tiny already level 3, that's pretty fast leveling there. But that is, I mean, the thing about Tiny Wisp is that you need a Wisp at level 6 and a Tiny at level 8ish, and then you can jump around the map and kill stuff, right? It's very straightforward, or kind of straightforward. So if you give your Tiny more levels faster, and Wisp can actually profit from that as well, can still potentially get a farm inside that jungle, and might be able to get level 6 fast as well, well then you got yourself a situation where your trial lane is under-leveled. You've not been able to kill the Tiny and the Wisp, or maybe you can kill the Wisp off once, you know. But Wisp has an escape, of course, with that feather. Still tricky to do, but in theory, it's possible. But if you don't kill them, I mean, you're gonna have a problem. You are gonna have a problem. As we see an illusion rune up on the Nyx Assassin, so another rune going the way of Gamers University, and the harassment keeps continuing. Dust already on 8 for 1, with Smash being on 8 for 2. Both of these heroes are okay with having farm, as in, okay, everybody's okay with having farm. I know, obvious call there, but both of these heroes are heroes that win level 6, and that's the one that they want to have. Wait a second, Wisp telekinesis back in, but the feather away clears out the entire tree line, but doesn't matter. And Tiny actually thinking about going for this. Avalanche hits on 2 and a toss. Fly, trouble, dual breath slows them down. Should be enough. No more mana left on Ivo. Spirits are still hitting, but the Fate Bolt forces them back, and that's gonna be the end of that engagement. And that is just, I mean, how fast can it turn around? You're 2 versus 3 here. It can turn around so fast. They have to be so careful not to feed anything to this Tiny Wisp, because that is not what you want to have. But what I was saying earlier is these 2 heroes, as soon as Nyx Assassin is level 6, he wants to go around the map and kill stuff, unless he has free farm. But I don't think that he really considers this free farm. And of course he has to get away at some point, knowing that he would be able to stay alive better. Is Ivo gonna be safe? Looks like he is. Wisp actually coming in with the spirits. Can they get someone? No mana left on Tiny to do anything, and it's just Bora that forces them away, with the spirits still hitting. Now Fly gonna go for Bora, but the feather away is there again, and that's them safe once more. Fly fairly low level, has got some boots and haste rune, and level 6 not yet there. Doesn't matter though, if he can get an impale off, he needs some support, he needs something more, and he can't find them. And of course the Radiant Ward is right there, so they see him moving from that location. So it wasn't really a surprise gank, but that is, again, I mean, the thing about this lineup, the thing about having an aggressive trial, I know, I say it every time, it's obvious, but an aggressive trial lane works out if you get kills, or if you can stop your opponent from farming, or if, well, pause, okay. Or if you stop your opponent from leveling, depending on what kind of hero it is. I mean, some heroes you hurt more with stopping them from leveling than from farming, and of course if you stop them from leveling, you also stop them from farming. I mean, you know, there's different gradations of that one, but this Tiny, he's got 17 last hits. He is definitely not doing bad. He is 3rd on the list of last hits, and we can't really count the Chen because he's in the jungle. I mean, that's something extra that Gamers University is getting, that Top 5 is not getting at all. And now, of course, Lone Druid is pretty high up there. That's the banking, the thing that Top 5 is banking on, that this Lone Druid is going to be big enough by the time that that Tiny is too big to deal with the rest of the heroes. And he is farming nicely, but this Tiny is having a great time. He is level 5 already if you're considering up against a trial lane. Juggernaut is still level 3. That's the hurt that you have if you have 3 heroes there sharing the experience on a lane. I mean, they're all level 2, level 3. Yes, Fly got some extra experience there, but it's still pretty painful. As Wisp in the meantime, he's level 3. I mean, it's not really a great thing, or at least it's not 6 yet. But he's definitely not doing bad either. I mean, it's 5 minutes in for a support. Wisp is not a bad thing. His main concern is to try to be level 6 when Tiny gets level 8, something like that, to see if he can get himself a gank up. As we see a smoke coming off from the Chen for the first time coming out of the jungle. Maybe gonna try to go for Dust, as there is already a Spike Carapace up on here. No, he's gonna go bottom. Or is he? No, he's not gonna go bottom. Thank you for proving me wrong. Because Dust is pretty low. He is, however, level 6, so he has got that ulti up. Unless he uses a clap, which burns away all his mana. Talking about mana burn, that's also something that Smash could still use. Smash, he goes for it. Spike Carapace up, just in case Tether is there. And that is a stun, and another stun. And that should be the first blood going the way of Gamers University. Smash picking it up. Smash, now also level 6. 1k gold in his inventory. Pops the bottle, and is gonna be just fine. And Chen wasn't even all that needed, even though the Centaur played a pretty big role in that, of course, as well, getting that stun up. Slide over extension from Dust, but he didn't know that there were supports incoming to try and help that one out, as we do have the Rubik coming into the mid lane to grab some extra experience, something that they need. I mean, they're not successfully getting top lane done, they're not successfully having that aggressive tri lane done, so they need to get their experience elsewhere. So in the meantime, while the Brewmaster is not here, why not let Rubik take the experience? Pretty solid. And he can actually buy boots now. Happy times. And this is the real Nyx Assassin. And he's pretending that's the real one, sitting around there. Because he can kill off the Rubik by himself right now, and that's something that they have to be worried about. If they know he's level 6, they should start planting some wards around there. And Rubik already backing off, more just to leave the middle lane back towards Dust again than anything else, as mana burn already up on Brewmaster. We do also have Wisp around here if they want to go for him. They do have an impale, but the split again still there. They need to again change stun him if they want to get him while he still has mana to do that. Tiny in the meantime leveling a bit slower because he's not up against the trial lane anymore, so he has to He's up against 2 instead of 3. That actually, I'm not gonna say hurts his experience because it's definitely not hurting him. He's level 6. He's doing fine. Up against level 4 Juggernaut. But he's at least leveling a bit slower than he was before. And Wisp level 4. Both heroes still needing 2 levels before Gamers University should be on their game that they... I mean, mid-game is Gamers University if you look at lineup. Late game should be top 5s, depending on how that mid-game went for Gamers University. Although mid-game can be pretty strong for the top 5 also if they get those team fights going with that Brewmaster. Oh, Shanks. Careful there. It's nighttime. He doesn't see him. Now he does. Hello. And that should be a kill. Impale and a hit and a regen rune to boot. Lucky Nyx Assassin. Clean kill. And the regen rune making sure that he can do it again in 50 seconds. Spam out some more abilities. In the meantime, Gamers University have another hero that can do well when he gets level 6. This is Brewmaster. Brewmaster, when he's level 7 now actually, he should be trying to roam around a bit more to try and get kills going as well. I mean, he can't really stop the lone druid from farming, so in that sense he's not really doing that great of a job. I mean, for the nice, he's not doing bad on last hits himself though. I mean, 26 last hits for an offlaner is okay-ish. Let's put it that way. But considering that this lone druid is gonna farm anyway, might as well try to get your groove on the different side of the map to try and just make sure that you dominate the other 2 lanes, because winning the bottom lane is not happening anymore. It wasn't happening to begin with, of course. It's not really that you will be aiming for if you're gonna put a Beastmaster offlaner there. You just want to have those that level 6. Let's see if they can get something done here. Tiny level 7. Avalanche hits on the Jakiro. Toss also there. Featherstone still not happened actually. Spirits not hitting yet either. Nice Ice Bath hits on the Tiny who's out of mana. But there's no level 6 on this Juggernaut. And the Spirits, Jakiro still so low, 50 HP. One more hit needed. And oh, that Wisp! He had 2 right clicks there. One he landed on the Juggernaut, the other on the Jakiro. If they were both on the Jakiro, he would have had a kill. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for him. Luckily for Jakiro though, I mean, he's gonna be happy back to base with boots in his inventory, or in his stash, soon in his inventory. And they're gonna go for this. Impale already hit, and Vendetta, and ooh, 20 HP left, and Nyx Assassin, he backs off. Smash, not gonna go for that one. Too risky to dive the tower. You never know what could pop up behind it. I mean, there could be a Brewmaster TPing in with his ulti, and then you're dead. So we talked about what Gamers University can do with all their disables, and when this Wisp get level 6, but what about... Oh yeah, he was still moving back. Not sure why he's not moving further back. Oh, there we go. Well, that was hard. But, yeah, this Brewmaster, I said it at the start, I mean, he's a hero that when level 6, he wants to try and get kills with his ulti, but he has been killed. He's been shot down slightly. He's not doing that bad on gold, though. I mean, he's okay. If you check out net worth, he is doing, well, not the greatest in the world, but, you know, it's not very bad. But he hasn't used his ulti yet, and it seems like he's saving it up as an escape mechanism rather than anything else, or rather than a tool to try and get kills. But in a way, it's okay to have that if they are backing on that lone druid to get farm, to say, okay, you know what, we are gonna be okay as long as the game takes 40 minutes, less probably. But then we have our lone druid farmed up, and then we can take this game. All we have to do is make sure that that mid game from Gamers University, that those pickoffs, that those feather stuns are not gonna happen, and that's gonna be Tiny, probably dead. No escape there. Nice smoke setup. They tried to go for him again with the feather and the toss and everything. The Wisp Tiny combination, but that smoke there just made sure that Tiny just walked into an ambush, and looks like they are at least gonna get something in return for that though, or the TPs come in. They have to leave this tower right now. Another TP incoming for the Rubik. Telekinesis up on the Nyx Assassin. Can they get him? Nice Ice Path. The roar going off up on the Brewmaster. They need to kill him before he can split, but the split is still there, and he is gonna try to turn this around. Wisp on the way out already. There's the tornado, making sure Beastmaster is out of play for now. In the meantime, Rubik, of course, still died. Nyx Assassin making sure of that, and it looks like Brewmaster, who wants to get away also. Vendetta up on Smash. Oh, that Juggernaut Omni Slash still there, though. One hit needed, but he doesn't have mana. Or does he? No, he doesn't. And Jakiro coming in. That's a kill on the Nyx Assassin. In the meantime, looked like Brewmaster wasn't able to turn things around. He actually went down to the Wisp. And the tower went down as well. So in the end, it was a 2 versus 1 trade, with only the Nyx Assassin dying on Gamers University. And that is bad. I could say like not worth it, etc. But that is bad.
Top tower is under attack.
Because they used the Brewmaster ulti. They actually went in. They used the Juggernaut ulti and they only got 1 kill. And okay, granted, it's a Nyx Assassin kill, which is definitely okay to have. Because he's of course the one that's gonna be annoying for you for the rest of the game. But he's gonna be... Nyx Assassin, the reason that Nyx Assassin is also a nice hero played as support is that he is based on levels rather than farm. He can be okay without the farm. So yes, he lost some gold. But he is still level 9. He still has Vendetta. He is still a dangerous force to reckon with. So all in all, not a worthy trade and a pretty bad engagement for top 5. In the meantime, Lone Druid, let's see what he's building. He's going to go for a Radiance, so let's see how fast he's going to be getting that one. Well, so far 13 minutes in, he almost has it. Actually, just needs the recipe. It's about 700 gold and then he has it. In the meantime, Juggernaut also gets some more time for farming. He picked himself up some drums, got himself some phase boots, and already, well, he used his Omni Slash, but is still happily farming. In the meantime, Wisp got herself level 6, and we will see him jumping around with Tiny. However, the one thing that we know that top 5 is basically doing is they are making sure, or they're trying to make sure that Gamers University ganking potential is being kind of shut down. And one thing that you can do against that is making sure that when you know that Wisp has his ulti up, then you can I just TP'd out. Then you can just make sure you're safe. Make sure you're not anywhere where you're gonna be ganked. At the same time, one thing that for Gamers University is important to go around and try and get kills is to have wards up and to know where your opponent is, and they don't have that. And that could hurt them as well, because so far, this is still 14 minutes into the game, you've got 6 for 2 in kills. And not as many kills as Gamers University would want to have. They're looking for a kill, they're looking for the Rubik. Rubik just stole the Hawk, nice roar still up on the Rubik though, no Hawk for him, he's dead. Can they get the Lone Druid as well? Here comes the Centaurs. Ice Path locks in the Beastmaster with the collab. Now can he split? 11-second cooldown. Wisp already TP'd out once more, and that's gonna be the end of that gank. Or is it Nyx Assassin, Beastmaster, and Chen still on the way out? Nice impale on the bear. Ice Path doesn't hit, and that's gonna be the exit of them. And that was the TP of the Wisp. At least he didn't die for that one. They did get a kill. They get a tower for this one as well. This might be totally worth it, especially if these people of top 5 are not moving away and they're going to be taking a fight 4 on 3. It could be very dangerous regardless of how much Brewmaster can do with his ultimate. Because this Lone Druid should not be in any fights just yet before he has his Radiance. He almost has it though. And it looks like Gamers University doesn't want to risk it and they're backing out knowing that the Brewmaster ult is there. Nice tower hit. Tiny making sure they have that one with the toss. Attempt to deny it, failed. And this is what I mean. Control. Having these wards up, knowing where to go. They need that, and they know they do, so they ward. In the meantime, we take a look at the gold graph. It's in favor of Gamers University. No real surprise though, I mean, there are a tower ahead. 2k gold. It's not that excessive, even though there's 4 kills difference. Might be a bit more, but that Lone Druid is still happily farming, so it's not that bad for top 5 just yet. Experience graph. I mean, 4 kill difference. This is the result of that one. In the meantime, bottom lane trouble is gonna be Beastmaster that will be going down. Still lands a roar up on the Lone Druid. Wisp TP'd in actually to try and take home the Beastmaster, but wasn't able to do so. Couldn't get the Tether off in time and didn't want to risk his life. So that's a kill going the way of top 5. A clean kill also. I mean, Lone Druid was there to get an assist and he has the recipe for the Radiance. So he has his Radiance completed and will be able to be a bit of a different force than he was before, as Brewmaster used a split in the mid lane, managed to pick up a Wisp with that one. Wisp who of course got TP'd back to where he came from after that failed save, I should say, I guess. And that is a kill going the way of top 5 once more. 2 kills in quick succession, and this is the time when you would expect top 5, Gamers University Peru to be at their A game, to be jumping around, get kills. But I like the way top 5 is handling this. They are making sure that everything they try gets used against them. This might be danger though. Walking past the rune by himself. Bear gonna go back to base perhaps. In the meantime, the Tiny, we haven't really seen that much of him, but he has farmed. You wouldn't even say this was the Tiny that was on a off lane. Or on a safe lane against an aggressive tri lane. He has got an Aghanims. It's 17 minutes in, and this is a happy Tiny. Okay, he skipped Blink Dagger, but he might be still doing it. Although, you know what? Who needs a Blink Dagger when you got yourself a Tiny that can just TP you in whenever you want to? In the meantime, Chen, of course, finished off his Mechanism. Haven't really checked up on too many items just yet. We have a Necronomicon up on a Beastmaster with a Ring, Soul Ring. Pretty standard to make sure he can throw his axes. Meanwhile, tier 1 tower. Gonna be some trouble. Looks like top 5 has decided, you know what, we've got our Radiance complete. Let's go for some 5-man Dota. We have the Juggernaut. We can do that with the Healing Ward. And if they want to try and stop them, well, then they're welcome to try. Jumping into a lone druid that is pretty farm. Smoke goes up. They want to go bottom lane. In the meantime, Juggernaut already down on the bottom lane. TP's come in. Is Gamers University gonna back off tower? Still drop. Beastmaster picking it up. And the TP it still comes in. Oh, Jakiro. Oh, Jakiro. Oh, Jakiro. So the rest of the team castled their TPs, but Jakiro did not get the memo. Jakiro dies. That's how it goes. So that's another tower going the way of Gamers University. It was a tower trade though, tier 1 mid going down for Gamers University themselves. Though of course in kills, that's not really that great having all those kills on the bottom lane going down. In the meantime, Wisp picked up the Rubik. Where did he do that? Probably also bottom lane. Roshan seems to be the next target here with all these centaurs. They can tank it up. Can definitely do that. In the meantime, we haven't seen Juggernaut ulti apart from that time when he wasn't able to kill off the Nyx assassin. Or was he? Yes, he was. He was able to kill off the Nyx assassin that time, but he hasn't really used it since. And he has been farming, which is nice, but he's not farming that great either. Looks like they're gonna try to contest this Roshan. The Bear already scouted out. Bear is in a lot of trouble. Blinking. Is there gonna be a split? 5 seconds until there's a split. Hand of God already going through. Has got mana. Where's the split? Does chain stun those centaurs, but the split is just in time. Nice ice path as well as Mihawk goes down. Dual breath going through. Wisp drops as well. And Tiny, Omni Slash to death and now Smash, the only one left alive. I don't think it's gonna last very long. Ice Path hits and snare, and that is a team wipe going away of Gamers University back from the Wisp. Actually, team wipe. Of course, Tiny had the Aegis, so he didn't die, or at least he died and he got back up. So that is some small comfort. They got the Roshan gold, they've got the Aegis, and Tiny is alive, but Wisp had the buyback. This was a bad fight for Gamers University again. As I said, this time of the game they should be all over this map and killing stuff. I mean, Tiny late game, we have seen it before. Tiny with the Manta Sao and everything on it, like a true carry. Tiny can do that. Tiny is a hero that can be a bit of a semi-carry, but is he gonna be enough to be a semi-carry up against a lone druid? Doubtful. Doubtful indeed. And I have 900 gold up on the Brewmaster. Blink